But we look at running backs here, Jay. Tony Pollard off to a really slow start, under 10 points in both games this season. This is someone that we were kind of excited about because of the volume with Tyjae Spears hurt. But the problem is the Titans just don't find themselves in the red zone enough.
No, this has been a very, very bad offense to date. Completely inefficient. They can't get anything going really outside of that one special pass from Cam Ward to Elikai Omana. The good thing with Tony Pollard is that he doesn't come off the field. He's just constantly out there. He is their only real guy. And now they get a Colts team that has struggled a little bit against the run. J.K. Dobbins got something going for the Broncos on the ground. Now, the market expects this to be close. The Colts are only 3.5-point favorites. It's offensive to my Indianapolis Colts. I think this line will close floor. I think the Colts will win the game, but should be close enough that the game script at least allows Pollard to get some run. And its Colts defensive line that's been the weakness of the team. Not much has gone wrong for the Colts so far. It's just really Xavier Howard, and the edges on the Colts aren't in a great spot either.
Keeping it open here as well, the key number to me is 89%. Tony Pollard's snap rate so far this season is 89%. It is so hard these days in fantasy football to find a true bell cow workhorse running back. You can count them on two hands, I believe. Right? Two hands.
Okay.
I like that.
No, I think you need more than one hand. I was going through my mind. I think you need more than one hand.
Yeah, you need like 1.5 hands.
No, exactly. You need half a hand. Right? I mean, you've got Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Bucky
plays half
Irving,
the snaps.
Jonathan Taylor.
JT definitely is in that bucket.
Yeah.
Chase Brown. Even Kyron Williams is Blake Coleman.
Kyron Williams a little bit.
Bucky splits with Rashad White.
Yeah, somewhat. Javonte Williams.
Maybe it is one hand. Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams gets us to the thumb.
Saquon.
DeAndre Swift.
Saquon, Saquon, DeAndre Swift. That's true, though.
I'm not kidding.
No, I know.
It's ridiculous.
No, it's Devon Achane. So whatever. It's two hands. It's two hands, but you don't need a third hand.
I like the.
You don't need
waving.
I swear I have two hands.
I've got jazz hands. These aren't jazz hands. They're running back hands.
Oh, no.
There you go. You've heard of jazz hands.
Yes.
Yeah, it's also the running back hands. So anyway, Tony Pollard is on one of these hands.
Yeah.
Is my point.
So now you just walk around with a workhorse running back list on a piece of paper.
On each one of my fingers.
No, get printout cutouts of their faces.
Oh, that's what I should do.
And tape them to your fingers.
Yeah,
and when you walk by, people go, here's how many running backs get high workload.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is a terrifying bit.
Right, exactly.
Oh, no.
Jay, what if I have a running back on this finger?
Yeah.
And this finger, and this finger, and this finger as well.
But I don't.
Yes, and I don't have. Yeah, exactly. You can go off camera for me. Yeah, go ahead. There you go. There you go. All right. Anyway, Tony Pollard gets a lot of work, and I like him against a Colts team that gave up 5-point yards to running back so far this season. That's sixth most in the NFL. I have it running back 22 exactly, Jay. So I'm keeping it open on Mr. Pollard. Terrence Abram wants to know flex spot, Tony Pollard or Jalen Waddle. Give me Tony Pollard. Yeah. We just talked about Tua on the road at Buffalo. Waddle and Tyreek somewhat go as Tua goes.
And Waddle's hurt right now. He's going to play, but
short week.
Yeah.
I generally do not like road teams on a short week. I mean, there's some ones that you just, whatever. You had to start Jaden Daniels last week, because he's Jaden Daniels. But, you saw with the Commanders, a pretty good offense.
That also.
And again, the Packers are a great defense, but still, just road teams on this Thursday night game, I try to avoid the borderline calls.
Yeah, that's
you start your superstars, but your Jalen Waddle is not a must start.
Yeah, that gets reflected in the spread as well. That's just a real thing. That home field advantage is more accentuated on a short week just because there's traveling with the body has less time to recover from. So it is a real thing.
All right, we got another question here from Jay Snyder. Would you trade James Conner for Tony Pollard in full PPR?
It's a close one. I think
Tyjae's going to come back at some point.
Yeah, but Trey Benson is coming.
James Conner no longer on the hands.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no. There's no room for James Conner on the running back hands.
Feet now.
I think I probably wouldn't, just because I think usage-wise they're about the same. I'm not convinced Tyjae Spears gets a significant role when he comes back, but I will say but there's injury concerns with both players, more with Conner than with Pollard. I think I just feel like the Cardinals are a better offense and will be in scoring position more than Pollard, but it's really close. If I was doing rankings for the rest of the season, they'd be right next to each other.
I'm little worried about the Cardinals. It's not a real 2-0. They
No, I
basically
agree.
played the Saints and the Panthers to a draw, who are two of the 4 worst teams in the league.
Correct.
So, I mean, they're 2-point dogs away to Mac Jones this week. So, yeah, we'll see. Cardinals have time to pick it up.
So you'd prefer Tony Pollard in that
I
situation?
would prefer Tony Pollard because, one, I think that Connor is more of an injury risk at his
This
age
is
and
fair.
with his history. And I'd be more worried about Trey Benson than Tajay Spears.
That I agree with both those statements. I agree with you. I think the Cardinals are somewhat of a fraudulent 2-0. Although the old Bill Parcells quote, "You are what your record is," right? You know what I mean? So they beat who the NFL put in front of them. That said, I do just feel overall better about the Cardinals' offense, regardless of what their NFL record is. I feel better about the Cardinals' offense and being in scoring position more than the Titans. And that offensive line. I like the Cardinals' offensive line more than the Titans.
Yep.
I think Connor gets more touchdowns, assuming. But I agree. Like that's why we're saying. Like it's a good question. It's a really close one. I probably would stick with Connor, but if you traded Pollard, I wouldn't be like, dude, what are you doing? So, but real solid. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.